So Scott Witzig, head of the Morton Community Foundation, invited Pete Martin and I to sit down with him at Eli's Coffee Shop in Morton and to talk about some dream casting for the Morton Orchestra program and how the Morton Community Foundation could come alongside us and help us implement some goals we might have, or like I said, it was kind of a dream vision, big idea day. So the idea that I threw out was, why not purchase some electric instruments to be used in the school for our ensembles?
It's an electric instrument. A lot of kids really like electrical sounds, like rock bands, they like playing instruments like that.
What made you want to get an electric instrument?
YouTube.
Like what did you see?
Like a bunch of people on YouTube post cool videos with like loop pedals and stuff. It just looks cool.
At the time, the electric groups on YouTube were becoming really popular, so you had groups like the Piano Guys, the Two Cellos, Lindsey Sterling, who were just making their presence known not only by their music and how talented they were, but also on the actual instruments they were playing.
I think it's just cool because you see it and it's like, it sounds so cool, and like even not people that aren't in orchestra and don't really listen to like orchestral music, they could hear like a classical instrument but in a different way.
Or probably like, I think Lindsey Sterling is a big encourager, I guess. It's more, you don't have to put as much effort into it, and yeah, it kind of just plays itself, honestly.
I love the design of it, and just to have something new to try is a lot of fun, and the new sounds.
So by showing more of these videos, there was just a lot more interest then for these electric instruments, and some students even began purchasing their own to use with the ensemble.
It's different and it's fun, and there's different pieces you can play and different things you can do that make it sound cool.
So it seemed like a really clear choice that if we were going to lay out a long-term goal for our program, it would be to accumulate these electric instruments.
It basically made you feel like you were the main person in charge of basically what you're playing right there and then, because you have like a louder expression of what you were playing. Adds more feeling to a piece, and it gives it more musical and more of a different feeling than usual.
You can play like different songs, and I think like it makes like younger kids want to play them more.
You can make it sound different, I think. And also there's just a rise of technology right now. But an electric instrument, you can do fun things with it. You can have a drum track on there, you can make it reverb or just have different sounds, which is different than an acoustic.
People, if you say like, oh, I play viola, then it's like, that's cool. But if you say like, I've played the electric viola, then that's just a whole different thing. Everyone's like, oh, that's awesome. How does that work? And how do you play it? And also it's kind of fun, just like the solo aspect of it is something different to practice. So
The first thing we got was the cello. Because the Piano Guys were kind of the most popular group on YouTube at the time, we decided to get an electric cello that could represent what Stephen Sharp Nelson does in that group. The next year, we added an electric violin, which was a cool, sleek, red frame. And then this year, thanks to a generous donation from the Morton Community Foundation, we were able to purchase our final two instruments, which was the electric viola and the electric bass. Once we had rounded out these four instruments, we now had a quartet on our hands. So now we were able to play a piece, all four parts, soprano, alto, tenor, bass, on these electric instruments. And so it was now a fully functioning ensemble. Scott Witzig again invited us to come and play for the Morton Community Foundation fundraiser. And so that was our first public performance, was the electric quartet playing at that gig.
Well, I guess it's kind of similar with just a regular concert, but you don't know exactly what the audience is hearing, which is different.
I think it really, with songs like Wizards of Winter, I think we did, it just really adds that factor to it that wow, it's loud.
Well, I think it can bring with orchestra a lot of new people that wouldn't normally maybe think to play, because a lot of people think of orchestra as just a classical style. So having something modern and electric could bring in more sixth graders than maybe have in years past. And just being able to go out into the community and to go to venues that are looking for more of a current and like electric sound, like now suddenly that's something that our orchestra can do.
I think this shows that there's never just one way to do anything, and you can play the violin for years and years and years, and all of a sudden you get an electric violin, and it just opens up a whole new spectrum of colors that you can create with that instrument. The use of technology and these effects pedals just allows you to do things that you never could do on an acoustic instrument. Playing can lose its fun when someone tells you exactly how to do it, and Pete and I don't want to be a program where kids feel boxed in, where they can only sit in their section and play the type of music that we want them to play. We want them to show them that we do all sorts of these different styles, we get all sorts of these different sounds, and when you approach playing music with that open mind, I think it takes you to a whole new level. Without the Morton Community Foundation, we never could have launched this project, so we are so indebted to them and for their support and their just encouragement to allow us to pursue this dream and to now have it functioning and to be on this side of things. We look back and just sort of like, wow, that's just amazing that all came together.